Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Wright, and today we're going to talk about motivation and the stages of change. These stages help us to understand where our clients are in the process of making changes in their lives and how we as social workers can guide them through those transitions using motivational interviewing techniques. It's important to remember that change is not linear and it looks different for every client, especially across different cultural contexts. The first stage is pre-contemplation. At this point, the client isn't ready to change. They might not even recognize that there's a need or an issue. Imagine working with someone who's dealing with substance use, but they don't see it as a problem. They might say something like, I don't need help, or I can stop whenever I want. Here, your goal as a social worker is not to push, but to create curiosity. Using motivational interviewing techniques, you might say something like, what do you enjoy most about drinking? What are some of the challenges it creates for you? This opens the door for reflection without confrontation. In pre-contemplation, we aim to build awareness without pressure. Next, contemplation. The student starts to realize there is an issue, but they're still ambivalent about changing. In this stage, they're weighing the pros and cons. For example, a client might say, I know I need to cut back on drinking, but I don't know if I'm ready. This is where motivation interviewing can help. You might ask, what would be different in your life if you decide to make a change? But by focusing on the client's own motivation, we help them explore their reasons for and against change without imposing our own agenda. Contemplation with this, clients start to see the need for change, and we help them explore it. The third stage is preparation. Here, the client has decided to make a change and is starting to take small steps. They're preparing mentally and practically. A client might say, I'm thinking and I've started looking into support groups. Your role is to encourage these steps and help them build a solid plan. Using motivational interviewing, you can ask, what's the first step you feel confident about taking? By validating their efforts, you help build their confidence and commitment to change. In preparation, the focus is on supporting the client's planning and early steps. Now we reached action. This is when the client is actively working on their plan and making significant behavioral changes. For example, the client might say, I've cut back to drinking only on the weekends, and I'm attending support meetings. During this phase, your job is to keep the momentum going by celebrating successes and addressing any barriers. You might say, what's been working well for you in this process? Or, what challenges have come up? By keeping the conversation open, we help maintain motivation through the ups and downs of change. In action, clients are actively making changes, and our role is to support and celebrate their progress. The fifth stage is maintenance. This is all about sustaining the changes that have been made. Your client has done the hard work, but maintaining those changes can still be challenging. A client in this stage might say, I've been sober for 6 months, but I'm worried about a relapse. Here, motivation interviewing can help reinforce their strengths by asking, what has helped you stay on track so far? You're helping them focus on the positive steps they've already taken while preparing for future challenges. In maintenance, the goal is to support long-term change and help the client navigate any challenges that arise. Finally, remember that change isn't the same for everyone, and culture plays a huge role in how people approach motivation. What motivates one person may not motivate another. And depending on their background and experiences, be mindful of these differences as you apply this model in your practice. If you have any questions about the stages of change or motivation interviewing, feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.